All right, hello everyone. This is Josh, also known as Yashu. We're just back again with another episode of TLY Talks. Another edition with Yam of Real Talks YT. As you know, of Yam, like he's a YouTuber, content creator, of Real Talks YT, the founder of it. Talks a lot about crypto and every other subject matter too, with sports, with culture, with everything else too. Like definitely check out his channel, Real Talks YT, and yeah, let's get it. With this one, you can get this like on all platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Buzzsprout, much more, along with our other channels as well too. But yeah, with Yum, welcome back, man.
Yeah, man, I really appreciate you bringing me back to the podcast, bro. The last video we did was pretty good. I really got to like speak some of my opinions on some of the topics. So yeah, bro, I'm glad that we're continuing this this let's call it a marathon, man. You
Yeah,
know, for
yeah.
sure.
I think this is like our fourth one so far, which is like pretty good. Like pretty good with consistency and everything else too. And I know like this week it is like kind of dry with like what's going on too, but I feel like there were some parts that we did miss, and like I do want to like get more onto your background as well too. So for people watching, Yam is like very experienced like when it comes to like knowing about cryptocurrency and everything else too. So I want to get that like out of the way first. So how did you get into that?
Crypto, man, to be honest with you, bro, it's a funny story, man. I don't know. It's a funny, also like crazy story, but I won't forget it. So this is basically how it started, right? I was working at a telecommunication center, right? So it's basically like picking up calls, doing surveys and stuff like that, right? So basically, there was one guy, right? I picked up the phone, he started talking to me. This guy was some crazy dude, fam. And the majority of the calls that I'm taking calls, they're American, right? So stuff I've been hearing, bro, some crazy stuff, right? But this guy, bro, this guy, believe it or not, because me personally, I'm not that person like if you tell me to do something, I won't do it. Like I gotta do my research, I gotta like follow everything and then do it, right? But this guy, bro, the way he explained to me on the phone, funny thing is, I'm like, yo, bro, I'm like, excuse me, sir, can we like, can we continue with the survey? He's like, no, let me tell you something. All right, tell me. And he's like, okay. If you guess, right? This guy was saying like this. If you guess how many dogs I have, this is how he said it, word to word, bro. If you guess how many dogs I have, right? I'll give you my MasterCard information, my credit card information, everything about my bank information, I will provide you. This is what he said, word to word. I'm not gonna lie to you, fam. And he said, I'm like, what do you mean dogs, fam? And he's then he's like crypto, like, right? He's like Dogecoin. Okay, this Dogecoin at that time was the most famous coin at that time, Dogecoin, right? So then he's like, like, guess how many Dogecoin I have? I'm like, yo, bro, I don't know what you're talking about. Cause yo, Yasu, believe it or not, I had no clue what crypto was. Like, I had no clue what Bitcoin was. But the way this guy was talking to me, on top of that, fam, I was crazy high. Like I was so high. Like, cause I was smoking weed back in the day. So, like, if you tell me something, like I'm gonna believe you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I might not probably not do it, but I will listen to you and we'll talk and I'll believe you. On top of that, I'm high, so everything is enhanced. Some high level stuff, right? So he's like, guess how much I have? I'm like, yo, bro, I don't know how much you have. Can you tell me? Because this guy was like, tell me his credit, MasterCard information. I'm like, yo, tell me, bro. Then I'm like, first I gave him a random number. I was like 300, max it 300. That's why I said 300. This guy's like, no, I don't have 300. So I'm like, yo, bro, how much you have then? These guys like, I have 35 billion. 35 billion Dogecoin tokens. I'm like, whoa, so are you like a billionaire? I saw like word to word fam. I'm like, are you a billionaire? It's like, no, yo, bro, invest in crypto. Invest in crypto. Broski. Cause that day I had a terrible day, fam. The job was terrible. I didn't like the supervisors. Like they were not good, right? So this guy was like, This guy was like the way he said it too, bro. It was like, all right, man, why not, bro? You know? And I went home, I started doing my research. Dogecoin right now, it's considered a crypto coin, right? It's a token that has its own blockchain, right? So I did my research and then I found out that the coin has no value, right? It was it's not even a dollar, right? So for example, bro, you know how when you invest in stocks, there's values to it. For example, when you invest in McDonald's, that one stock is like $130, right? But this coin had no value. It was 0.0005. So think about it, fam. It's not a cent, it's not 10 cents, right? It's not a dollar. So I'm like, yo, this guy's talking at his ass. Like, what do you mean you have 35 billion? Like he's not it's like at that time, hold on, sorry, let me do the math. At that time, right? 35 billion at that time when he was talking about, right? It was worth 17 million at that time when he was talking about $17 million, right? Then after that, I was like, okay, like this guy might be rich, you know? So me, because I didn't have money. How am I gonna be a millionaire, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? But then I started doing my other research. Like, yo, bro, they're saying, oh, crypto, man, like, you can make money, you know, you could do this, but I didn't know the tricks, right? So what I did was I had $1,000. I invested in Dogecoin, right? Broski. When I say Dogecoin was the first token I ever invested in, right? So I put $1,000 in, right? So it started going up. But in my brain, I was thinking about that dude, right? Because he told me he had 85 billion tokens, Dogecoin tokens, you know? So I invested $1,000 and then it started going up, and went up to 87 cents. 87 cents, bro. So think about it. I accumulated maybe 10, I could by that time maybe 10 G's, $10,000 off a period of 2 months. Broski, 2 months. I don't want to make that much like doing 9 to 5 jobs. That's a 5 stacks each a month. Just putting my money on a coin that I have no knowledge in. But guess what? That guy, you know how much that guy made, fam?
How much?
Like 15, bro, like 15 billion. I'm like, what the frick? And after that, it was history, fam.
Yeah.
I basically said I'm gonna study crypto. I'm gonna learn about it because I started what 2021, right? 2021 on crypto. Think about it. Crypto was started 2008, 2009. I always tell myself if I knew about crypto back in the day, I would have been loaded, fam. I would have been a trillionaire. So ever since that day, I started searching crypto. I started searching crypto. I started searching crypto. That's it. That's how it got me. That's basically how it got me back to crypto.
Yeah, no, that's facts because for me like how I first like heard more about crypto more like was like around the pandemic and like how people were like investing like creating like certain like NFTs and like having like certain values like for crypto and all that, but then way before that like I remembered hearing about it like back in like 2017, 2018, 2019 because there were like a lot of like Ponzi schemes that involved like cryptocurrency back then, so they had like there were like some issues where people would like reach out to people like online for jobs or for other stuff like that, and then they'll tell you, all right, like in order to do this, like I'm gonna send you like money like via like wire transfer and stuff like that too, and then like you take that money out and then you go to like a crypto machine, put that like add that like whole
Yeah,
like information
yeah,
from there, and like it kind of had like more of a negative twist to it like at that time, but
yeah,
then its change on its like image and everything else changed like around the pandemic when people were buying like actual crypto, and now it's like a worldwide like known phenomenon like in a sense too, where even arenas are named after like the crypto arena or Bitcoin arena or Bitcoin Stadium or Dogcoin Stadium or something like that too, and like even famous celebrities and everyone else are like talking about it, so
Yeah, and it's good that you told me that I did. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I can't say here that crypto all is all good and stuff. Yes, you will be scammed because think about it, you get excited. For example, you invest in a coin that you don't know, you put money into it, and some other guy comes up to you and say, "Oh, I have a coin too. Invest in it." La 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 la. He tells you all this good stuff. But no, fam, you really, really gotta do your research, bro. Because, for example, right now, me and you, right now. We could make our own coin, bro. We could make our own coin and call it whatever name, right? Call it whatever name, right? And then me and you, for example, we make a coin that's like um uh, a 1 billion supply. So right, so that coin will have a billion supply of tokens, right? So that it's limited. So it's not like it's not like like the government they can print whenever they want, right? So it's like me and you, we have that certain coin that's a billion tokens, right? And that's it, right? So whoever has those billion tokens will benefit. But me and you, we could say, oh, like 'cause we made it, right? We could have approximately we could take a share. So you know how some people they build in and they say whatever, but for us we could take a share of that coins and then sell the rest. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
But for some people they might consider a scam, right? Because they're not because now I don't know now they're saying that oh why are the owners why do they have majority of the tokens and they're selling you know what I'm saying and the rest they're getting like you're selling it so there is some trap but to be honest with you if you are really a good what do you call it like a CEO, like if you know how to do crypto, if you're like a trustful person, so you don't scam people, right? Why not? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's easy, bro. It's hard because, bro, think about it, fam. There's so many scams out there. Do you hear about the FTX?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, like I remember that time, and I think they actually
Miami?
just got sentenced right now. Actually,
Yeah, Miami.
yeah,
The guy. FTX was the name of the Miami arena.
yeah,
Yeah, he was sentenced. Some other guy called Luna, he was sentenced as well. Um, some issue with Tether, right? So yeah, bro. Like they and funny thing, these guys that we named right now, these were like considered big dogs, fam. Like big dogs, and meaning like they had like politicians, they had celebrities, they had everybody on their freaking coin. But guess what happened? Boom. Because they used it. Like they were scamming. Like they weren't doing anything productive with the coin. Because all they did was they build a coin, right? And then they had perfect, amazing marketing skills in where people were just buying it and they knew how to do it. But they had no utility. Like they had no system. You understand what I'm saying? So for that, for me, it really did like I really did research. Like, because I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. People don't believe me because my coin hasn't gone up, but every coin I invested in, fam, it's ridiculous. It's like something like Bitcoin. Because when Bitcoin started, no one knew about Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin was just going up. It was building, it was building, it was building, and then people trusted it and they start investing in it, right? That's how it is for you, because I know you are a beginner, right? So you don't know anything about crypto. But it's one advice for you, fam, before you begin in crypto, do your research. And there are three things. Make sure that the crypto has utility. You know what utility means, right? So it has a useful case, right? Like what does it do for the user? Like what does it bring? Like, you know what I'm saying? Second, it's the people. Like who's behind the token? Like are they educated? Are they reliable? Are they communicative? Right? Because I'm telling you, bro, if these crypto guys are not communicating with you, they just want your money. That is it. They want your money and they want to disappear. And the third is basically that's like the people, like people investing. Like their marketing, all that stuff. But the two most important, I really believe, in my opinion, is the use case and the people behind it.
Yeah, no, that's facts, man. No, it's very like interesting too. I even remembered like I think one of my main goals like for this year was to like get into like stocks or crypto. And like, I took a jab at it. Like I went to like one of the convenience stores like in the city and all that, and they would have like these like machines too. And then I took a photo of that machine to see like what's like needed and like what they would like provide and all that too. And like I know in some cases too you would need like an app to kind of have like a wallet, like a Bitcoin wallet or a crypto wallet too. Like I don't know if that would be like as like simple as that, and then like having that code, and then like transferring that code, like when you're like dispensing like money like into the system and all that.
Yeah, yeah. That, for example, that Bitcoin machine, I heard that you can buy tokens too, right? You can buy tokens, and also you can send it, right? You could send, for example, if I had an address, you could go to that machine, buy Bitcoin, and you could send it to me. All you really need is my address, right? My what's it called? Like my crypto address. You write it down, like for mine specifically. You buy certain crypto token, and then it will send it to me. But
Okay.
yeah, for sure. But some people will say, "Oh, like I don't know." Cause me, I got it, fam. I got some online scammers where they say, "Oh, you want an online job? You do this." No, broski. From those people, you run from them, dog. Cause man, there's some heavy scammers out.
Yeah, for sure. And like, is it like easy to like kind of like create like a wallet and all that too? Like you could like do it from your laptop or do it from your
From your
computer.
phone. I'm telling you, broski. If you can do it from your phone, it's me. Cause I'm not gonna lie to you, fam. People say, "Oh, buy a ledger." So it's some type of a device where you could store your crypto. You could do that too because it's secure. No one can hack it. There's nothing like there's no network connected to it. But me, I do everything on my phone. I don't know whether it's secure or not, but so far for the last 3, 4 years, fam, I've been doing everything on my phone. So if you do, broski, we could on the next video we could have like a video on just learning how to buy, and I could teach you stuff.
Yeah. Sure.
I could really teach you.
No, facts. Like I tried like downloading the app at 1.2, but like I think you need like like a different like iOS system or like more of an updated one since I think it's like changing over time too with the systems too. So I might have to get a phone upgrade someday to kind of change the iOS to even like get
Do
the app
you
as well
do
too.
you
So
do you remember the name on the
I think it was like I think Bitcoin wallet or something like that too. I have
oh
like an iPhone success so like basically even if you try to download it even with the iOS you have, I think it's like they'll tell you like hey you can't download this, so I think you'd have to like kind of buy like another phone or like something like that too. But
no, don't listen to, oh man, if they're telling you that, this is a bunch of liars, bro. Because think about it, it makes no sense. What is it point, what's the point buying a new phone? Because you're still using the internet, fam. Like that
yeah,
makes no sense. I'm telling you, bro, if you want to down a thing, use, it's called MetaMask. And like you said earlier, crypto.com. Have you used that before?
I typed it in like just check it to check out the
Bro,
website.
check that. Check that, fam. That's not that's the one I use. It's the best. And they're always upgrading it. But I don't know what happened because America right now, because of regulations, they kicked them out. So I don't know. But thing about crypto.com, they're following rules. So for example, when America says out, they're out. They don't do no scam shit. So I really give kudos to them because you know how other coins that when they say oh kick out, they start paying politicians and shit and they do this like funny shit. But these guys, Americans say, okay, you guys are not like this, and they left, fam. They didn't argue nothing. Even like their name, the Lakers name is under theirs. So I have a feeling they might come back. And because you know how the Biden regime, right? The Biden administration, they trying to like ban crypto, fam. They don't like crypto at all. Cause they in their minds, they think that crypto will take over their currency, like over their thing. Not only that, they think that there's some people legally like trade crypto, but same with the money, like same with the fiat. Like it makes no sense for them it's sad because I mean, it's sad and funny at the same time because they also do that with the money too. So I don't know, bro. Like I really don't know. But right now, it is Trump because Trump is the only guy right now that is a Bitcoin guy. So of course, everyone that's into crypto, they were hoping that he gets elected, fam, because he's the only one that understands crypto, fam. You
Yeah,
know?
no, yeah, that's facts, man. No, I'll definitely like check it out too. And like I know like there are like a lot of like differences between like stocks and like day trading versus like crypto and all that. So like in your sense too, like which one do you kind of prefer? Like, like even like with the differences like with buying like stocks or like day trading, with like certain stocks or like just only crypto and all that.
It's hard, broski. It's really hard because you know what I'm saying? I was never into trading and another thing. So the first thing when I got into trading was crypto. It wasn't stocks. You know what I'm saying? Even though I see stocks every day, like on videos, school, you know what I'm saying, movies, right? But when I first invested in a thing, it was in crypto. No, actually, sorry. It wasn't in crypto. It was actually in marijuana. So yeah, so sorry, my bad. So the first time I invested in crypto was in marijuana, right? But I realized it didn't really make me no money. Because the reason why I invested in marijuana at that time, Canada just legalized marijuana, right? So me and some other guys, we thought that, oh, Canada legalizing marijuana would be like, oh my gosh, right? It's gonna be high. Like the money's gonna be high. It's gonna go crazy. But guess what, fam? No, it did not. You know why? I believe why it didn't do that? Because a lot of people was opening stores. Like a lot of people were opening stores, right? Because it basically what stocks is like stocks, if you want to get a high thing is you have the best product, right? And people invest in your store. But if you have other stores, right? Other companies doing it, it's really tough. So to be honest with you, I mean, I could check it, but I'm telling you, fam, I didn't gain no profit, bro. Like nothing, man. Like I don't know. Like to be honest with you, when it comes to stocks and stuff, yeah, like for long, what do you call it? For long term, is good, but crypto, short term, it was good, but now they're going for that long term, right? So basically meaning that um there is coins out there, they're not just for short term trading, right? So you can invest in a crypto token and then wait for another 5, 10 years and expect well investment. Because that's the only way. People are scared of crypto because it's a high risk. No one knows about crypto. It's not in the banks, right? So for example, if for example, it's so sad. If you go to a bank right now, like before, they'll be like, "Oh, we don't do that. We don't do that. That's illegal. That's illegal. We don't like." I'm not gonna lie to you. There's one time I went to the bank and I asked like I saw information about crypto. The man started going berserk, fam. The guy started going crazy. The guy thought I committed a crime, fam. I like said I want to invest in crypto. He's like, "No, we don't do that. We don't do that in the back. You cannot do that. You cannot talk about them." All right. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I just left. Because it's like, think about this, fam. I don't know you in this level, but I realize if the rich and powerful people don't have control, right? If they don't have a control on a certain thing, they fear it, right? They fear it, so they think that it will take over on a lot of things, which I have realized it, right? But guess what? Now, fam, they are like right now, banks, governments are basically accepting the idea that crypto is a good thing, right? So right now what they're doing is they're buying all the stuffs, all the Bitcoin, all the Ethereums, right? I don't know, you know what ETF is? It's like a trade. It's like I forgot what's the word is. It's like exchange trade where you can go into like banks and then buy a certain what's the word? Forgot what's the word. But like now you can go to banks, right? And then you could buy crypto. Like you could actually buy a certain percentage on Bitcoin. Back then you couldn't, but now you can. I don't know if you ever heard about it, but there's banks like BlackRock, you know what I'm saying, Vanguard, some big American companies. Right now, Canada are accepting right now. So Canada, I heard RBC's in it, CIBC, TD, they're in it too. But the bank I'm in, Culture Bank, I don't know if they're in it yet. But like I said, they're still fighting, fam. Right now it's like 17 years in crypto and it's still going strong. So believe it or not, fam, for the next 10, 20 years, people are gonna be earning crypto. Like for example, like if you have a job, like you're gonna be earning that, like as a certain as a currency. But it's
Uh,
time, fam. I really believe it. I really believe it. Just time. You gotta give it time. And don't give up. Like, for example, now, bro, all my investments went down. Like, broski, when I say down, like, wow, like a crash, like crash. But some people they fear, right? So if you fear in those certain things, like if you're not a beginner, it's bad for you because you're gonna sell it and then will make no money. But if you actually hold and which the crypto community, which they call it a diamond holder, meaning that no matter what like emotions you feel, no matter what happens to the market, if you hold in those times, those hard times, broski, it will be paid. Cause think about it, fam. Everyone gets hit. Everyone gets hit, and that's how you come back. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, what do you think? What do you think though? Because I know you're not like that into crypto, but do you really think that crypto and is a better one than stocks, or stocks is better?
I feel like, there are like main differences, like besides to like with stocks. I think it's just been like the common way for people to trade and for people to kind of invest in like what they need. So like a lot of people are like buying trades in like Google or with Apple or like, with car companies and everything else too. And like, it can range from like different prices on like what the amount of stocks. So like one stock could be like $1,000, another could be like maybe like 500, 200, 100. Some might be like penny stocks and all that too, because I've watched like the Wolf of Wall Street too, and like how they talked about like Jordan Belfort's story on how he like just kind of like blew up within like the penny stock companies and all that too, and like just like being rich off like penny stocks and then making them into like big investments until like that whole trial like in the 1990s and all that too. So it is like very interesting to see like how that change has like come. And I mean, with crypto, it is like a young man's like game and all that too. And like I think like even like some of the OGs are like even taking that in, like Grant Cardone, for example. I think he talked about, trying to sell like his house in I think Florida with like only Bitcoin prices. Like he can only take Bitcoin. I think it's like maybe like 3.6 million like Bitcoin or like 1 million like Bitcoin. So that would be like maybe like $10 million, like $15 million, like in actual like cash and all that. So like it all like pretty much like depends on all that too. So like it all depends on the factors and like where you're gonna get your Bitcoin to, because like there's ones that you're gonna get like within crypto that have like good value, like with like Bitcoin, with Tether, with Litecoin as well too, and then there's bad ones like Dogecoin and all that. So it's just like finding the right ones too. And then with stocks, it's like you're gonna need like a certain amount of money to like kind of like invest in stocks and all that. Like I remembered I think seeing this like Facebook post of classmen I went to school with like back in high school who got into investing, like a lot of things that you do have to do in order to kind of work on that, like pay off your credits, like pay off any other like loans and all that too, like have like money saved up to like on a savings account, like have like cash like in hand and all that too, like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and then like do your research as well too, and then like buying like the right stock and like what's needed to, and it just kind of works out from there. So I could definitely say it could be like the same with crypto, with saving like a good amount of money, not being like in debt, like paying your credit, all that type of stuff too. So
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
yeah. And what would be kind of like the main difference in like buying like crypto now versus like buying before and all that too? Do you feel like it is easier to buy crypto now as opposed to before, or do you feel like the market's like not really the same as like much anymore and all that?
I mean, like I said, like I'm a old like I'm a new guy when it comes to crypto. So all I know probably back in the day was much cheaper, right? Much cheaper, like in going to crypto. For example, think about it, fam. Back in then you can invest $100 and then buy like a million, 10 million of crypto, right? Now you invest $1,000, you can probably get one or two, one or two, three tokens. So the outcome is much lesser back in the day. Like if you invest back in the day, your outcome would be much higher. You know what I'm saying? And also now, as we speak, it's much um I can't like I don't know if I can say like more information, right? Like you have more information now than back in the day. Cause back in the day, it's like, yeah, it's a new thing, la la la. But now it's like much easier. All I'm gonna say is much easier because it has so many ways, so many tokens out there of your choice to invest in, and so many services and where you can invest in it, right? So yeah, it is getting easier. It is getting easier, but will you make the same amount? Who knows? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Personally, I don't think so. Because of course, the people that invested in back in the day will get paid more. Unless right now, if you're a billionaire and you invest in like $5, $6 million, okay, or high, right? But it's too late now. Like you can't put $1,000 now and expect a high. No, because everything is high, bro. It was back in the day, okay, but now it's like you gotta put millions and millions of dollars in order to get billions. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it is like I said, it's easier, but the what do you call it? The outcome is much less unless you invest more.
Yeah.
Or if you're just lucky, like if you're lucky,
Yeah.
because anyone can get lucky. It's like a lottery, fam. Like
Yeah.
stocks, like crypto, like if you're lucky, fam, you can hit a jackpot. But until then, you just hold that, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Like I remembered like I think even like back in the day too when Forex was like actually like a thing and all that too. And like I remembered they were talking about this from like 2018, 2019 to like maybe 2021, 2022, and like there were actual like Forex groups in like Toronto and like other parts of like the city where people were talking about it, people were talking about like it was gonna be like the next big thing next to like crypto and all that, and like people were making groups or like forex like IG groups and all that and everything else too. So I don't know if you like noticed like that phenomenon like back then as well.
Yeah, do you say Forex?
Yeah, forex.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Forex. A lot of people coming to me with Forex, but I like you said, it's a group, right? It's a group of guys, group of people. They ganged up and they said, "Yo, let's educate people. Let's create our own service." And this. That's personally, bro. That's what I want to do. Like, I really want to do something like that. Like, I want to create a system where I can educate people, right, and have my own service, right. So basically, I can have my own exchange in ways that someone could put your hard-earned money into my system and buy tokens. So yeah, that is like, of course, because the way I learned it, fam, like I said, I learned it by myself. So. Excuse me. So I'm not gonna like go in just because someone else told me. You know what I'm saying? Of course, someone told me, but I'm not gonna like stay there and pay extra money just for you to teach me. Because the way I learned it for free. Like someone told me this and this. So, it is. Yeah, there's so many things out there, fam. Like there's one thing because I do deliveries, right? So there's one place I went to in downtown. I think it was like Bay Street or Young Down. That's fam. Like the store. Broski, the store is so lit. It looks like some high-tech store, fam. It's all about Bitcoin. And guess what? They have 65,000 Bitcoins. Broski, that's a lot, fam. That's like 65,000 Bitcoins, broski. If I do the math right now, I told them like you guys are actually rich, dog.
Yeah,
It's
no.
like it's like it's like 5 billion right now.
Yeah.
If they have it. I don't know if they have it, but it's like $5 billion. And guess what? They're using that for like they're trading that, so it's not theirs. So it's like we can go and invest in it, buy a coin, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like you gotta have crypto though first. I realized Like I gotta have crypto like hard-earned money and then use that and then sell it to people too, you know?
Yeah, no, that's facts. And I mean, there are like many ones that we talked about too with Bitcoin, Litecoin, uh, Tethrum, I think Tether, and then I think Dogecoin too. So like, as far as like differences go, like, how do you feel about like those like certain ones too, and which one might have like a better like bang for your buck and all that, like in a sense?
I mean, it's a lot, fam. It's a lot of information, but I'm gonna try to make it as simple like this. So the first token was Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin it had its own blockchain. So it's like this, right? You know how there's McDonald's and Burger King? McDonald's has its own system, and then Burger King has its own system, right? So that's what Bitcoin was. Bitcoin was McDonald's, and then Ethereum was Burger King, right? I don't know about you, but Bitcoin is still number one, right? It's still number one. It still has the basic information, but it's not as faster, right? Like I don't know a fast restaurant out there because there's so many slow ones out there. But I don't know. I might have to give it a Subway, right? So let's give Dogecoin Subway, right? So Dogecoin is much faster, right? It has the largest supply. It has 100 billion tokens. So meaning that, think about it, fam. Uh, in 1 second, right? In 1 second, you can do 200 transactions in 1 second. Bro, so you know what that is? Think about it. I go to Scotiabank, fam, I put my money, I gotta wait 5, 7 days. Broski, 5, 7 days. And who knows? I don't know how many people in Scotiabank. Like, you know what I'm saying? But 200 transactions, broski, in 1 second, that's a lot. So it goes faster, right? For example, now, let's say Shiba Inu. No, Shiba Inu is another token. Like the token, I mean, I don't know if you see my videos, but another token I invested in. Broski, Shiba Inu, that's 2,000 transaction in 1 second. Think about that, fam. In 1 second, 2,000 transactions. That's so fast. So yes, so what they're trying to do now, they're trying to make it much faster. They're trying to make the blockchain much faster and more secure. Right now, Bitcoin, it is slow. Like right now, I don't know what you hear, but they're saying it's so slow. So for example, if you buy a token, broski, like if you buy it online, like bro, it's really long. Like for example, of course you gotta be like a developer, right? You gotta have your own crypto and stuff, and you gotta use it, right? So they're saying those guys that are saying it's really slow. So then you go to Ethereum, right? But the thing with Ethereum is it's really expensive, right? Because Ethereum right now is the second biggest token in the world, but there's so many tokens building Ethereum, which makes the price much higher. Is it slow and fast? It's a little bit like quicker than Bitcoin, but it still gets the job done, right? But it's faster. Now, I don't know if you heard, is Litecoin, right? Like, cause you said it there, Litecoin. Litecoin is like a subdivision of Ethereum. So it uses some basic codes of Ethereum, but it's a little bit much faster, right? And then there's Dogecoin. Like, but the thing is, bro, they don't use the same system. They're different. So Bitcoin has its own blockchain, Ethereum has its own blockchain, Litecoin has its own blockchain, and then Dogecoin has its own blockchain. So don't get it confused. Cause just because Bitcoin is there, no, there's different coins. You know what I'm saying? For example, those scam tokens, yes, those scam tokens are built in Ethereum or on Bitcoin, but they don't have their own blockchain. Meaning, like it's not like their own bank. Like you know how Scotiabank, you go to Scotiabank and you do all those things. When you go to Ethereum, you can't. You gotta do a bridge. That's what they're doing with crypto. But like I said, it is fun because I'm learning how banks are created. Because now when I go to a bank, bro, my knowledge is crazy. Because right now, as we speak, fam, I'm learning. I'm learning how how uh how basic currency is created, fam, from scratch. Like from the freaking scratch, fam. Like think about it, fam. Like I don't know, like how do I explain? Like for example, when I go to Scotia, I have a Scotiabank card, right? Scotiabank card. Think about it. If I want to go to TD, TD won't let me unless I pay a fee, right? Like for example, $4 or $5. I pay $5 fee and then I get money back. Guess what? Now, for example, if you want to buy a certain coin from from Ethereum or from Dogecoin, you cannot, right? Unless you pay a fee. So think about it. Before they didn't have that. Think about it. They didn't have the bit. Before it was just Bitcoin. But now they're connecting everything, which is amazing, fam. Like it's really like amazing, bro. Like it is, who knows? Will it take over? I don't know, right? Because like you said, there's so many scams out there. But it's so funny because now the government started waking up. Like, because now they're realizing they're the ones taking the scams out, right? So this crypto coin, bro, is about to be perfect. Like by the time it gets accepted in the global world, it's about to be so perfect that they have no choice to accept it as a currency, as a place where I can go to a agent, right? A real estate agent, I could buy a house, or I could go to a financial advisor, I could buy a car, or I could buy food. But now I don't know, but you can buy food, right? Like you can go to the convenience store and you can go certain places and buy food with crypto. So it
Yeah.
is, broski. It is amazing, fam. Like it's really amazing. But like I said, like it's not good to hear from other people, but if you like, it's better than when you learn on your own because you learn from your experience and then you'd be like, okay. Because when you learn from other people, you just learn from their experiences, right? So they will try their best to make it like amazing, but trust me, it is hard. Like it's really hard because there's so many. Bro, see, think about it, fam. I don't know. Like when I make quick money on certain coin, I was so fast to go to the next one and I lost money. So now I'm just taking it time by time and it's learning. Step by step, fam. That's all it's all about.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I think like what I like about that idea too is that I mean, even with like these like other ways to like make money, like not just like from like the whole like 95 the 9 to 5 thing, because like basically too like when you think about like the whole like 9 to 5 experience, basically you just like clock in your hours and then you have to wait like 2 weeks, like sometimes maybe a week to get paid and all that too. With
Yeah.
like crypto, with even with like ride sharing apps to like doing Uber Eats or doing DoorDash or Skip the Dishes or doing like other like platforms to, like make money like with like Patreon or like other platforms too, like it is like easier to kind of make money that way with like doing what you love or doing what to like even like when you're working like Uber Eats or DoorDash, it's actually easy to kind of like receive the money too because like sometimes too it could only take like the next day to get paid from like a day's worth of what you're doing versus like other days too where you get like paid like a week or you get paid like maybe within like the next hour or so too, as opposed to like the whole 9 to 5 where you clock in your hours and then you wait 2 weeks for your payment and then they take like other fees like depending, so like sometimes too with CPP, EI, with income tax, other like factors as well too, like with uniforms or union fees. So there's like other factors like that do like come to play and all that too. So it is interesting in a sense too to
It
see.
is. It is interesting. And also I realize, right? The more the world goes into more technology, Bitcoin will also get better, right? Because think about it, fam. Now, like you can go to your phone and pay with your phone. Like you don't need a debit card. I don't know but me, I start paying with my phone a lot these days, and it's much faster, much quicker. And I don't need to hold a wallet, fam. Like if I forget my wallet, it's good because I can have everything on my phone. So yeah, so I realized the more this world and more goes in technology, more like gets more advanced, and where we use like automation, like it's less manual, more automation. Like, crypto will benefit
Yeah.
because in the end, it's still digital. It's not paper, it's digital money. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And where we could use it everywhere, fam. Like, we could use digital money
Yeah.
everywhere. Like we don't need to hold like paper money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's facts. And I mean NFTs too, because like NFTs were like a popular like thing back then. I don't know if it's like much like anymore too, because
No,
now I
it
think
is. It is. NFTs, it is. It will always be because NFT is like how do I explain? It's like digital. It's like a digital art, right? It's a digital product and where you could move things. Because I don't know, but there's now like there's games, right? Like there's, for example, Fortnite. There's what do you call it? Mine. I don't know what that game called, but like Call of Duty, GTA, all those crazy games. and there's art, there's music. Think about it, fam. When NFTs, that's your art. No one's gonna take it, right? But I'm saying art because it's called a non-fungible token, meaning it's like I don't know how to explain it, but that's what it is. So it's basically like something that it's yours, but you could use it in many different ways. So you could use it in music, you could use it in art, you could use it in games, you could use it in like what do you call it? Like a paper, like digital paper, like you don't need a whole paper. You could use it on your phone. You know what I'm saying? You could send it. I think about that. You could send it anywhere, bro. You could send it anywhere quick. You could use it. You could sell it. Come on, fam. You think you can sell papers out here? We can't sell paper. If it's gone, it's gone. You know what I'm saying? But digital, you
Yeah.
could sell those things. You could sell it and you could use it. And guess what? The more the more it's like known, the prices increase. So guess what? We have value in those things, fam. But I don't know, people won't get it until it's like more common. Cause like I said, it's expensive. It's really expensive, bro. The digital thing we talking about, it's expensive. Like only people are into it, like if you are in those techno world and if you're lucky enough or if you have money, if you have a slight idea of what's going on in the world. But other than that, yes, I believe it's really expensive. That's what I believe.
Yeah. For sure. Like I know, like we have like a lot of like other topics as well too. So I think we'll be done with the whole crypto talk for a bit too. We'll have like more of a discussion about it like on the next one too, like on like our experiences and everything else too. But yeah, like another topic that I honestly think we missed for a bit too because like we were like kind of like away for a bit like on other situations too was the whole Drake versus like everybody situation where I think it started with like that with like Future, Kendrick, Boomin, and then it led to Drake and Kendrick taking shots, Drake and Rick Ross taking shots too, like everything like kind of like spiraling for a bit too. But yo, I don't know if you like took that in and like what like your thoughts were all like on that and all that.
Fuck. I don't know, bro. I'm not into that beef stuff. I don't really, because me, as a more educated person, I really think it's just money. People are just doing this for money because unless someone dies, I won't believe it personally. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it, fam. Because in the end, we're the one giving these guys money. You know what I'm saying? What I really think the real beef is with Drake in the weekend, because I don't even know. Back at his crib, someone died. Some security died at crypto. I think he died. I don't know. I think he got shot. And then the place that weekend, not him, but like his manager, he got one of the guy got shot too. So think about it, fam. In the end, unless it's like beef, like really beef, okay. But in the end, it's just money. And we all know Kendrick don't like the dude, right? He doesn't like him. So why make music? Like, why do that? You know what I'm saying? Because in the end, you know, it's good because Drake is like he's a smart guy, fam. He's not with the dumb shit. But I realize even when he's with the dumb shit, he knows how to make money out of it. You know what I'm saying? So he's not like those old rappers. Like the old rappers, like nah, let it, straight to the beef, this. But broski, every beef that Drake was in, he benefited. Like this guy capitalized, right? With the Meek Mill, with Joe Budden, with Common, now with Kendrick. And now they're telling me, oh, is Drake gone? How is Drake will never go, bro. This guy is like he's like how do you explain it, fam? He's like MJ, bro. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you say to MJ, he's gonna come with another banger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? So Kendrick, um, what really surprised me though, how did every single artist, every single rapper come at him like that, fam? Everyone, and broski, I don't even like Drake. Don't get me wrong, but I don't like that dude at all. You know what I'm saying? But I feel sad for him because the man doesn't say nothing bad, right? Let's be real, bro. This guy doesn't say nothing bad. He doesn't diss nobody, right? He does his job. he gets hits after hits, albums after albums. He does good things, right? You know what I'm saying? Like this guy's a machine. Like he's a hard worker. So for all those American rappers going at him, Broski, that gave an L. Like that gave an L
Yeah.
to the other side. Like for America, that's a big L, fam. Like I'm gonna keep it 100. Cause like I know music, fam. I've been listening to like I don't only listen to hip hop and rap. I listen to like every genre in the world, fam. Like not even English. It doesn't even have to be English, fam. I listen to other languages when it comes to music. So for those people coming at Drake, fam, golly, that gave Drake certification. Like
Yeah.
broski. Like let's keep it on. Let you know how let's keep it like grown up, fam. Because they give Drake a certification when it comes to the music stuff. He is certified, and then he drops. Oh my god, I don't even know. I never heard it yet, but the whole TikTok everyone's going crazy. The guy dropped 3 songs, and they're going crazy, fam. And then he's about to drop another album.
Yeah.
So it's like I understand. You gotta hate him. You can't because love is you cannot trust love. You know what I'm saying? So in the end, it's entertaining. It's really entertaining because yeah, you bro. The only thing he can do is hate the guy because the man is killing the game, fam.
Yeah.
And then
Exactly.
guess what? He's from Canada. He's not even from America, so they're burning over there. You know what I'm saying? The man's from Canada. He's from the north side. He's not from the south. This guy's from the north side. He came to the south. He colonized. I'm gonna say that he colonized hip hop. He colonized rap in America. And guess what, fam? He brought that to Canada. Every single thing he brought that thing to Canada, and then boom, you see Toronto. You see other Toronto artists coming up. That's like that's dynasty, fam. That's legendary. All I'm gonna say that is really legendary. As a Canadian, you know what I'm saying? As a Canadian, I consider that legendary, 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 legendary status for Drake. But the beef time, if I was Kendrick, bro, man, I would stop because you know what I mean. Like this guy came out of nowhere. I don't think he dropped any songs. That came out of nowhere, hopped on it. But the good thing though, he always had beef with Drake, right? The man didn't he didn't like Drake, no? Kendrick.
Yeah, I know like at 1.2 they had like more of a cordial relationship when Kendrick like came onto the game for a bit too, like he was featured on Drake's song and all that too. They did like Poetic Justice and everything like that too. I think like the beef really stemmed from like back in like 2013. So Kendrick dropped, like I think Control. So like I remember back then the Control verse was like kind of like a crazy thing back then, but it was like strictly music too. And then I mean, Kendrick took shots at like a lot of people saying like I'm like the king of New York, I'm better than Drake, all these like other rappers and all that too. And then it led to Drake and Kendrick taking shots, and then I think Kendrick did the whole BET cipher where I think he just like kind of just Drake and like called him soft and all that, and then I think it just like kind of led to them like not interacting with each other like that, and then I think things didn't really start to heat up until like I think like this year with like that verse and then like with them like dropping like every other song and all that. And kind of opened like a Pandora's like box for everyone that might have had like issues like either internally or externally or behind like closed doors too. And you could like see it from the interactions of like people like dancing to certain songs, with like Not Like Us, and like how they interacted. And I think even at 1.2, like I know like there's like a saying, like you'll lose like the battle, but then you'll win the war, something like that too. So I feel like in a situation, Drake, in a commercial standpoint, and with like what's going on right now, he might have seemed like he lost like at like that point, but then overall he is gonna come back like better. He kind of won in that situation to not like give it like any steam to, because end of the day, like Drake, like as you said, like will be played like regardless, like people will still like listen to Drake, like kind of relate to him like in some cases too. And I think that's what he has that like other artists will like don't have, because he can be like relatable within a perspective too, for people who don't come from environments that aren't like seen as like the mainstream focal point like in hip hop, like with the streets, with like the hood culture like that. And he's a kid that came from like Forest Hill, like within the suburbs, like within Toronto, and like he could give like what he's seen. Like he doesn't have to give like the whole street
Like
perspective.
he doesn't
Yeah,
care. He doesn't care about money, right? That's
yeah,
basically what it is. Like, yo, think about it. You know what they say, right? If you chase money, you do some crazy shit, and then you start fucking up your art, all that shit. Because he doesn't care about money, he's staying focused on his art. Think about that, fam. Some people don't realize that. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. If you was a broke guy and this, you would just do it for the money and boom, boom, boom. But this man, fam, this guy's perfecting all of his art. Think about it, fam. All his albums, everything, like his broski, you cannot like if you're a real music guy, you cannot hate on his music.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That's it. Like he really perfected his beat like 40. That's his producer, right? He
yeah,
like his team is ridiculous. Like he has amazing team. Like his team is amazing, fam. Some people think it's only him, but no, broski. His team behind him is ridiculous. Like they're amazing, fam. I'm telling you, fam. And on top of that, your broski, it's so funny. I don't know, but they say if he gets one more hit, broski, one more hit, he passes MJ, fam. Can you imagine passing MJ?
yeah. That would be like legendary to be honest. So I mean,
Fam.
even if he wins like more Grammys than Beyonce, that would be like legendary as well. It's because we do hold like certain artists like Beyonce and Michael Jackson to like a higher standard too, because they've elevated like the way music can be portrayed and how like people like listen to music, like even with Black culture too, to be yourself, to be open, to be creative and all that. And those two are kind of like the epitome. And if Drake like supersedes that, then he'll be a household name like forever, like regardless, like the MJs, like the Beyoncés, the Rihanna's, like everything else too, because if you're like known in other parts of the world where they don't have like even like the internet or like even like phones or stuff like that too, then you're gonna win like either way too. Like even like you could like talk to a kid in Uganda and he'll know who Drake is than the other like artists that we've mentioned, like Kendrick or Future or other people like that. So
Yeah, for sure. No.
yeah,
No, bro. He's alright, man. He's alright, but he's not gonna be better than my favorites. Like my favorites, to be honest with you, broski, is 50 Cent and Michael Jackson. Like he's not gonna pass that. No matter what he does, no matter what he says, no matter what he does, he's not gonna pass those two, fam. I'm telling you, fam. MJ and 50 Cent, broski, their music will like forever live on, fam.
yeah. I feel like with 50 Cent too, like this is like kind of like a wild take too, but I feel like he stopped really like focusing like on music a lot too, to focus on other ventures too. Like when I do look at 50, I see him more as like a venture capitalist than like an artist like nowadays too, because he has like the whole like power situation with like his TV platform with stars, with BMF, like even like creating like a studio in Shreveport, Louisiana. Like I feel like he's like more focused, like even like Branson, like Cognac, and like
Yeah, but guess
like
what? But guess what? Broski, back in the day, fam, the competition was nuts. Bro, see the
yeah.
competition now. Who does? Come on, fam. Who's Drake going against? He's not going against. Who's he going against? Be honest, fam. Who's you going to go? Who's he going to go against? Lil Baby, the baby.
Like maybe J. Cole to be honest too,
Come
but like J
on. Come on, fam. J. Cole, fam. This guy went on one album. This guy went ghost. Broski, 50 Cent was going with some heavy hitters, fam. This guy was going with Jay-Z. He was going with Kanye against Kanye West. He was going against Nas. He was going against Ja Rule. The guy was going against with some, Beyonce. Every one of them, fam. But at
yeah,
least he came out. He came out. Like he survived. Like he
yeah,
killed what? He killed two, three artists. Like he killed Ja Rule, DMX. You know what I'm saying? Like some other artists, but out of yeah, bro.
yeah,
And the one I'm not gonna lie, believe it, I think they kept it in a hush hush. But the one he had a problem with was Kanye West. 'Cause I don't really know. Kanye West and 50 Cent was like even though 50 Cent was already at his thing, Kanye West is what I think really took it over at that moment. I don't really know because I've been reading a lot, seeing it, but when Kanye West came, he really gave like another eye perspective on a different music. Like you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like that's why you get those, J. Cole, Drake, and all those different guys. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
yeah,
50 Cent, it was the last of
yeah.
that dying breed, and then you start getting some next level shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The
Like
everyday life. You know?
I'm not gonna lie too. I mean, 50 is like a great businessman too, and like he has like made like a lot of money to be like the richest like rapper in the game too, with like the vitamin water, with Branson Cognac, with the whole TV stuff, with the G Unit brand, like as a whole too, like having G Unit, just with everything else too, and like, but like in regards to music, like I'm not gonna lie, like 50 only has like maybe like two classic albums too, with Get Rich or Die Trying, and like with the Massacre and all that too, and like the other stuff too like it didn't like really supersede that too. I mean, he had Curtis, but like not a lot of people like knew that. Like maybe like three or four like classic tracks too, like I Get Money and then AO Technology and all that too. And then before I had Self Destruct, which like it didn't really hit the fan as like his other projects too, and like Animal Ambition, which was like just kind of like more of a mid record. Like when you do talk about like Drake and all that too, like I feel like with Drake, like he never failed to drop, even with great music too. Like I mean you'll have like duds like like maybe like Thank Me Later and like So Far Gone, which they're like decent projects, but they're not classics. But he'll
Take
have
care,
like
take care. I believe Take Care was a classic.
Take Care was one. Nothing Was the
Yeah.
Same was another one too. A lot of people say like if you're reading this, it's too late too because of the
And nothing
change.
me personally, Take Care and nothing no, what was it? That guy when he had that his face. What was it?
What was it, like Scorpion, or was it
No,
like
no, no, hold on. Let me tell you. Hold on. Let me tell you. Let me
there's
tell
like
you.
Nothing Was the Same too, which
Was
had the
that
shouts.
the album? Yes, yes. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nothing was the same, and Take Care was my personally favorite. And after that, he just went downhill for me, bro. I
yeah.
swear to God, he went downhill for me, dog.
I
Because
feel
think
like
about
like
it, 2011, 2012 was his year. Then after that, it was just
yeah.
yeah,
I feel like you like even in that situation too, like he did manage like to pump up like a lot of hits, so like people were still listening.
yeah, for
He
sure.
had like the most like Grammys and awards too, and like even with certifications with like platinum and gold and all that. I feel like the only thing that did stop Drake too, I think maybe was around the time like when COVID hit too, because I think the creativity kind of became like lost like around that time too, because he was like kind of like at the magnum opus where he's already at the top too, and like you can't really look down. So when you do try your best to become creative too, like it'll be like hits and misses too. But I feel like Drake will still be like a household name too,
Well,
like
for
regardless,
sure,
and
for
like
sure.
like even like if he passes away to like CNN and like all the other platforms will have like coverage of him like passing away for like days and all that too. It'll be like 72 like over like 100 hours of coverage and all that too. You're not gonna see that with another artist that might have like passed away in that it'll probably be like maybe like 2 3 hours, like maybe 2 3 segments, and that's it too. Like I remember like when they were like doing segments of like artists who passed away, like Michael Jackson and Prince, they'll talk about them for like throughout the entire like news period and all that too. I think they did the same for like Betty White and like other people too, because like that's how iconic they are within like the mainstream and all that. Like how people get to know how people got to know them, how their like legacy changed like the way people like interacted with them, like even with music. I think even Michael Jackson's like funeral was like I think like one of the only ones on television that was like really like televised too because of how iconic like Michael is and all that too. So
Yeah, for sure, man. Cause me, bro, I love music, fam. I really won't know what to do without music, fam. Cause, broski, music, man, I just love it, bro.
yeah,
Cause think about
exactly.
this, it has every emotion. Like, if you're angry, if you're mad, if you're sad, if you're depressed, if you're excited, you know what I'm saying? Just play on some music, fam, and it'll get you doing something, like, you know?
Yeah, exactly, man. And like even with music right now, like how do you like even feel about the state of it like right now? Like are you like currently tapping in with what's going on with music or like not as
Dead,
much anymore?
dead. I'll say music is dead. Cause, broski, if I'm listening to music at a time before I was born, it's dead. Like, broski, I'm listening to music that I wasn't even born, fam. I wasn't even thought of. Like, I'm listening to music from 1965 to now. To sorry, not to now, but like to like 1980s, 1990s. So think about it, fam. I'm not listening to no music now, bro. The only thing I'm listening to music now if it's like if people if the whole world is talking about it. You know what I'm saying? The whole world's talking about it, I gotta listen to it. Like who's this guy? Like you know what I'm saying? Like who's this person where people are just going crazy about? But other than that, fam, like I'm telling you, fam, I'm listening to music like back in the day, fam. Cause those are the only music. I don't know why. It just gets me you know what I'm saying, like blessed, like you know. And like think about it, I'm gonna tell you, like blues. I've been listening to a lot of blues lately, like a lot of jazz, a lot of reggae music, a lot of blues, a lot of you know what I'm saying, hard rock, like rock music, a lot of R&B. I'm not really into rap. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro, because I don't really like hardcore rap like that. But if it's like jiggy, like you know what I'm saying, jiggy music, like you know, like Puff Daddy, like Bad Boys and stuff, it's good. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Of course, I listen to my own language too. Amharic. I love listening to Amharic music. I've been listening to Amharic music a lot.
yeah,
But other than that, yeah, bro. Like when it comes to music now, nah, fam. There's nothing like you know what I'm saying.
yeah.
There's not that much music to be honest.
Yeah. No, that's facts. Like for me, like coming from someone who has like interviewed like a lot of like artists and like got to tap in with like certain cultures and everything else too, I feel like from what I'm noticing like right now, like it was like more of a better time to like listen to music, like even back then as opposed to now too, because like even like if like people talk about like new music coming up or like new artists and that type of stuff too, like it'll take some time for me to actually like listen to an artist and get to know them more than like someone that I've like listened to like in the past too, because I think back then it was like kind of like more easier to understand and to know the stuff, like to notice like the classics and everything else too with new artists and like even artists that have been in the game for like so long too. I feel like with some of the stuff too, it is like very like recycled with what they're bringing on, same sound, same beats, and like stuff you can really like relate to and all that. Like I know like Playboy Cardi, he is like the same age as like me, but I feel like for the youth, like they do get to relate to him a lot more too because of what he's like bringing within his own culture to people like that listen to it. And I think like that's something that I can't really like relate to too because it is like much more for a younger audience that with the subject matters and like everything else too. And like even with some of these like new cats too, like I think like with someone like these like young kids, like they'll drop like some music talking about dissing the ops or like smoking on the dead and all that type of stuff too, or like money or that type of stuff too. And then it's like you really can't relate to it from that. Like from my era, like even like high school too, we had like Nicki, Drake, Tyga, like Wayne, Kendrick, J. Cole, like even like some of like the trap stuff too for like Kanye and like Two Chains and all that. And then, it was like sort of like relatable to like even like Mac Miller, ASAP Rocky. Now it's like with some like these like other artists too, I think, they're just like going for like different niches and different sounds. Like, it's like every artist is like similar to like another. It's not like one that like kind of like stands out from the rest and all that, so
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
yeah. But yo, I mean, even just like with life too, like how do you even like feel about like the youth today versus like before and all that too? Like I know we're at a point where we're at unk status and all that too, we're like late 20s, early 30s and all that too. So we can't like understand like the youth in a way and all that too. But do you feel like the youth today are as like much different as like before, like even like with the young adults as well too and all that?
But uh, I don't really know because me, like, I'm like antisocial. I don't really talk a lot. Like when it comes to like outside and stuff, unless I know you. You know, unless I know you, I don't really talk to a lot of people, right? But has I experienced, I mean, yeah, I mean the kids these days are more like they're getting much smarter. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're getting much more they don't fear anything. They're less fearless, you know what I'm saying? It's not like back in the day you say something, okay, they do it, but it's not like now it's like they know, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like they know everything. So yeah, it is scary, bro. You know what I'm saying? It is scary. Now adults don't care. Now I don't know, but adults don't give a shit about anything, bro. Like especially like you do say something or anything, they don't care about nothing. So it is getting scary because it's like people are not afraid to die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So so personally, it's like yeah. On the other side, is entertaining because you could of course defend yourself. You know what I'm saying? You could live. You know what I'm saying? It's not boring, right? Because when you go outside, there's action every freaking day. You know what I'm saying? But other
Yeah.
than that, it is tiring, you know what I mean? It is mentally drainful because like, come on, bro. I want to go outside. I want to live peacefully. I don't want to just go outside being stressed out, looking left, right, you know what I'm saying? Left, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? I just
exactly.
want, you know what I'm saying? I want to sit down, watch my movie in peace. I don't want like people nugging me and shit, touching me and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? I didn't come out to pay to be sexually harassed, fam. I came out to like live and enjoy what I pay for. You know what I'm saying? But some people they just want some next level shit, fam. I don't know what's in their brain, but it's like it's crazy, fam. Like
Yeah.
it's really crazy. Especially with a guy like me, because me, like I said, like I don't I like to live straight from the book. Like meaning, like I don't I'm not a troublemaker. Like I was never a troublemaker in my life. You know, of course I've seen trouble, right? And I hanged out with trouble, but I was never a troublemaker. Meaning I'll never do it. Just because oh you're the cool crew or this. Nah, fam. Like the only thing what made me bad because I hanged out with those trouble shit. Like you know what I'm saying. But other than that, it never excited me. Like unless I do it. Like you know what I'm saying. Well, it's a common thing, right? Unless you do, unless you run it, unless you own it, that's the only thing that gets me hyped. That only gets me excited. But other than that, hell no, fam. The friend.
Yeah. No,
You know
that's
what I'm saying?
facts too. And I mean, even like when you do go out like nowadays too, like I think like a lot of kids and like a lot of like younger people like in their college age, uni age and all that, like they emulate like what they see like on TikTok or social media or like whatever too, like even with music too, because they see like that culture and they want to be a part of it too. Like you see like young kids on the street too. Like I think this is like Carabana too. Like I was just like seeing some like video content and it's like young kids, wearing like shiesty masks and all that, like balaclavas and like hoodies, like even like bubble jackets and all that too. Like you could like even see that in the mall too, like in like 30, like 40-degree weather. And it's like, like the times have like changed and all that too. Or like you see like a lot of like young kids like wearing like baggy clothes or like, dressing, kind of different than how they usually should be dressing and all that too. And it's like a sign of the times and all that too, and just like even with attitudes and cultures and all that, because I think, as you said too, they don't care about like the idea of like respect or anything else too. Like they don't like try to violate you and all that too, but like it's like they just won't care like in a sense too, like unless you like provoke them like in a sense. So
No, unless you go like unless you lose yourself, right? Unless you lose yourself, they won't care. You know what I'm saying? So you
yeah,
you just gotta be extra smart. Like you gotta be intellectual with these guys,
yeah, no,
right? Because
exactly,
you don't want to lose yourself. Like I don't want to lose myself just
yeah,
because just to entertain you. Like, come on, bro. I'm not
yeah,
gonna
no,
do that.
that's facts.
By experience, yes, you will learn those things. But of course, you just gotta go through it and you just gotta live it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's facts. Like, I mean, even high school too. Like, I remember the high school back then. Like, it was like kind of like decent too. But then, like, like even back then there was like trouble, but it was like there was like a form of respect that, people would like tend to follow to. Like maybe like the craziest I might have seen was like, fights that would happen. Like there were like some stories where I think like this happened, like I think back in grade 11 or grade 12 too, where I think, people were going to camp and there was like I think a group of people that had like a plan to like steal like cell phones and all that type of stuff too. And like that actually happened. I think the principal caught like the people like doing that act, and I think they suspended them or something like that too. Like I think they like sanctioned them for some reason too, and like that just kind of became like one big issue too. So yeah, like like versus like now where it could be even be worse, with kids like carrying like knives and like guns and bang outs and fights and stuff like that too, or like people bring like liquor to school and all that, but like,
Yeah, but it was like that back in the day too, bro.
yeah,
Cause me when I was like in elementary school, fam, some guy he brought a gun to the school. I'm like in my head, like, what you bringing a gun for, bro? This guy was imagine, think about this, bro. This guy was punking every dude in school, right? Every person in school. On top of that, this guy brings a gun. So I'm like, this guy wants to kill us.
yeah,
Like,
it's
just think
crazy.
of, broski, think about it, fam. Because me personally, yeah, he did. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, fam. One time I was lining up, and this guy and some other guy came. He just started punking me in the line, fam. And me, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I get like, I get jumpy. Like, I don't, I like, I
yeah,
get really jumpy, right? Even though I'm a big guy, like, cause I was really big at that time. So when they do that type of shit, I go psycho. Like, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? So when they did that, I was like, what the f-? 'Cause I didn't do nothing to them. I swear to God, fam. I was
yeah,
just lining up, going ready for class and not doing shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then when they come to do that shit to me, fam, I started turning around. All of a sudden, they started running. And these guys were evil. When I say evil, fam, evil, like evil dudes, broski. Cause think about it, before I go to the teacher, they will go up to the teacher and say, oh, this guy's bothering me. Think about that, fam. Think about
yeah,
that. How mentally fucked up that was.
yeah,
They come at me, right? They come at me, they punk me, and then they go up to a teacher and say, "Oh, he did it. Like this guy was coming at me." Think about that, fam. After that, broski, me personally, I didn't like to talk to nobody. I didn't want to talk to nobody.
yeah.
Like, you know what I'm
No,
saying? I was on some blood shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? When they come to me and shit, I didn't want to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Because back then, me, like I said, like I didn't even care. Like to die, I didn't really care, bro.
yeah,
I was like a loner. Like I'm real talk, bro. So when they say all this loner, I did that. I did all of that. Like being a loner, like not talking to anyone, like being a weirdo, all that shit. I did that. So when they tell me all that shit, it's like it's nothing because I lived it like that. So it's like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
In
No,
the
that's
end, in one way it's good, but the other way it's bad because you have to like you gotta talk, like you gotta communicate because in the end it's just affecting, you know what I'm saying, your own shit, like your own schoolwork, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But and I didn't really care, bro. 'Cause when I get mad, fam, I get mad. Until you're dead, until you're dead, until I don't see you no more. Broski, I'm not gonna be happy. Like I'm not gonna be. There's no joy. Like my heart is black, like blacker
yeah,
than black, like
yeah,
darkness, fam. All I want to see darkness. I don't believe in light. Like when that type of shit happens, I don't believe in light. That's fake. That's just like the devil. You know how the devil comes up to Adam and Eve and say, "Yo, eat this fruit, and you're not gonna die."
yeah,
That's how it is, and they did die. If people believe me, they didn't die. They died, fam.
yeah.
Because like
Exactly.
God is not gonna kill you, but he's gonna plant that seed in one of your family. You know what I'm saying? So the devil, in one way, he is right. People don't believe that the devil is right in one way, but of course, God, being about God, he forgives, he shows mercy, but one of the sons, he died, right? So that was not supposed to happen. But God did say, if you eat that fruit, right? If you eat that fruit, you will die. That was the rule. That was that will be the rule forever.
Yeah, man.
So
No, it's like
so some people say when the devil is not right, he is right. He's like he is right in one way because he said you're not gonna die, right? He said that to Eve, you're not gonna die. But
exactly. Yeah, it's like
but
all about like social awareness and everything else too. So
Yes, exactly. Because there's not gonna be no joy, fam. Like there's no joy. There will be no happiness. No, none of that shit. Because you didn't listen. Like you know what I'm saying?
yeah, no,
But in the
like
yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, but in the end it's like, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta learn from it. Like you gotta learn from it, you gotta progress, you know what I'm saying? You gotta keep going strong, fam. The only thing I realize about life is don't give up. You know what I'm saying? Give it up, quit it. That's like that's like you basically like said, yeah, bro, that's it, you win. You know what I'm saying? The other person wins. But if you keep going, fam, if you keep struggling, broski, that's the W, fam. You might not, who cares? You might not win a Grammy, you might not do like, you know what I'm saying, get what you want. But you like personally keep going, what else do you need, fam?
Yeah, no, that's facts, man. Like I definitely like agree too. Like I remembered I think two of the craziest times like that happened to me like around like high school. So basically, I think grade nine, there was like I think like certain people that were like pulling the fire alarm almost like every other single day and all that too, and like it kind of became a problem to now they have to add cameras to the fire alarm, and they caught like some people doing that, and I think they suspended them too. And then I think one of the craziest moments was like I think maybe this was like the first week back in like school and all that. I think this was like I think the first or second Friday, and then basically what happened is that we had like I think like this like welcome party like for school, and then something happened where I think there was like a gun call situation too, like basically like they were like locking up the building and all that, and like we had to like be at like a certain like room, like depending on the area, and then basically they were like doing like police searches like everything else too, and like it was like on the news too. This is like I think yeah, September of like 2012 or something like that too. So basically, what happened is that we were all like in the classroom too, and then I think one of the students like that was like involved, he was like in the actual like classroom with us, like incognito and all that too, like just like in hiding and all that. And
No way.
basically, yeah, like this actually did happen. Like we didn't really like notice too. We didn't really like he didn't really do anything that kind of disrupted the whole process. He was just like a person of interest too. And like what happened is that there were like a set of like robberies that happened like within the school, and like people had like sort of like knives or like guns and stuff like that too. And like they couldn't like luckily they didn't find like a gun or anything like that. It was just like knives they had, and like we didn't even notice like if that guy had a knife or anything like that. So we just kind of minded our own business, and then basically the principal came by, like noticed like hey like the guy like around us, can you come with us and all that, and like basically we were just like minding our own business, like being quiet, and then basically this like one girl like was like, where is he going, and like the principal said shh, and basically
That's
that
scary.
was like kind of like the end of it too, and like I think that guy got arrested alongside I think three other people, and then that was like that with them and all that. So
And he had a strap inside.
no, not really a strap. I think because they couldn't find a gun, but suspectedly they might have had a knife too. But like usually, the easiest way to like conceal a knife is that they would like put it like in their bag and all that too, like in their side bag too, because usually with side bags too, with some people like they'll put like knives, guns, like all that type of stuff and all that too. So that was just kind of like the norm on like how people would do that too. But we didn't really notice, we didn't really get like involved in that too. Like he was just minding his business. So I mean, that was like the end of that and all that.
Wow, that's crazy stuff.
Yeah. But it's, just like taking that time to reflect and like understanding like, it could have been a situation where it could have been worse and all that too. But luckily I think nothing else like happened from there and all that too. Like there were like fights here and there too, but like that was like kind of like nothing to be honest. But that's what I could say for like high school experiences and all that too. So
Yeah.
all right. But since I think we're at the end for a bit too, like I don't know if you have any like closing remarks you like to say like before we go and all that. So
Um, well, you know, we are gonna continue, right? We are gonna do this a weekly basis for all my real talks people out there that have been missing me. So I did drop my last video. I'm glad that you guys were able to I was able to get some views. I really appreciate it because I was out for like 2 months. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying those videos because I do right now have Yasu by my side. So we are really gonna like try to make this a serious thing for all you guys, you know what I'm saying, on TLOY talks and also on Real Talk side. So we're trying to make this like a legit like a discussion. Like, you could also call it a podcast, but more of a digital, because as you can see, we're in two different places. But of course, if the what do you call it? If it builds up and meaning that, we're getting more views, of course, we will sit down together, you know what I'm saying? And then be able to discuss in everything that we see and we experience. So yeah, bro, I'm glad that, we're doing this again. And until next time, you guys already know what it is. We'll talk YT and TLO Talks.
Yeah, for
Peace,
sure.
peace.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this is another episode of TY Talks with Yama Real Talks YT. You can get this on all platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Buzzsprout, like much more and all that too. Check out our content either way too. Like as you mentioned, like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, we're done for right now. So it's peace as well,
Peace out. Peace out. Take care,
for
bro.
sure.